Happy Thursday to you.
Good morning, everybody.
I just left Gaddy and Mike at a brand new listing that we have in Villas La Estancia. So it's a beautiful property. It's amazing. It really is. It's a luxurious property.
Morning, Jolene.
It fascinates me because Via Magna, and that's not Via Magna. What's the one that's next door?
Flamingos.
Is it? Yeah, Flamingos. And it is the same property without luxury. It's fascinating to me. You go next door.
But it's still pretty nice.
Oh, it is very lovely. But it's an extra level of awesomeness. So it's a 2-bedroom. I believe it's listed at $950, $920 or $950. I can't remember. We'll say $950 just to be safe, because maybe it's $920. I just don't want to say it's $920 and have it be $950. So it's $950. There you go. And stunning. So we're taking the Matterport tours. I just did all of the
Timeshare Villa Group.
Yeah, the Timeshare Via Group. It is the Via Group. But I just took all of the common area photos. Beautiful spas. They have this one shower that's like a copper pipe, like this thick, and it's just straight water. So when you hit that button, whoosh, it's like Flash Dance times 100.
Flash Dance.
Well, you remember that. She's a maniac on the floor.
Yeah.
And I believe she's dead. I think Kim Kara's dead. Don't quote me on that, but I believe she is.
So I'm coming down with a bit of a cold, I believe. I've got the sniffles. I have a sore throat.
You need to do what my cousin Scott said.
Larry loves that shower.
That is a great shower.
I'm going to take advice from Scott.
Yeah, but there is pickle juice. He said to try pickle juice.
For a cold? Pickle juice is for like cramps and stuff like that. It's not for cold and for hangovers.
I think you need pickle juice for everything.
I don't have a hangover.
No, but you do have cramps. Muscle cramps. And also the cold. So I think you need to try. And you need to do the devil's spit. Thank you, Joel.
Oh, hell no.
That is hot.
That would kill me.
Hot pickles. I love hot pickles.
Spicy, sweet, hot. Spicy, sweet pickles, but super spicy sweet pickles.
But sweet. Like so sweet. It's an unnecessary sweetness. But the hot is good. Very good.
That reminds me, when we were at Miko the other night.
That's right.
I asked them for a spicy margarita, and usually they put some jalapeno in it. So the one of the servers or our manager came up to me and he's like, "Well, I'm sorry, but we don't have any jalapenos, but we can do habaneros." And I'm like, "Just a little bit." So it was really good until I got to the end, and then a piece came in my mouth. Like instantly I spit it out, but damn, that was hot. And then so the last bit of that drink was really spicy too.
Well, habaneros are like 10 to 15 times hotter than the jalapenos. So yeah, Christy, she was a trooper. She loved it. And I need water, milk, something, quick.
Well, Bill tried to convince me that white wine would help. It didn't. And it just tasted bad. I would have rather the taste of the habanero in my mouth than the white wine. But I'm not a white wine fan. Apparently it was good white wine, but I'm not a white wine fan. And Jolene, what do you mean, can you find those pickles yet? We can't get the spicy ones here. Every once in a while we can just find sweet pickles. And so what I had done to water down, the last time you brought them, to water down the super spiciness, I added the spicy, what did I do? I mixed them in a bigger jar is what I did. So they weren't so spicy. But every once in a while you get a really spicy pickle and then you get just a sweet sort of spicy pickle. And
Yep. So we're taking a few listings in Villas La Estancia. We have a great arrangement, I think, with the developer and their team. So that's good. It gives us an entry. Because obviously our first entrance into developments didn't end so well. That was like 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah, I try to put that out of my head.
It is ugly, very ugly. The developer was a crook, a criminal, a thief, a liar, and a horrible husband.
Put the stuff in his wife's name so she would get in trouble, not him. What?
Yeah, no, it was the husband and the father of the husband.
Yeah.
They were just terrible human
beings. Yeah.
What they did to Vanya, not fun.
Yeah. Now, that was a long time ago, so we're not going to bother naming names because I don't even know where he is now, but They're definitely not in the area anymore.
Well, he might actually be dead. He did tick off a few people that maybe
Some
could have
people with guns.
taken care of him. Well, Christy knows about the guns because one day her and Kenzie were at the office
Yeah.
and they showed up in baggy suits with their guns. And they're like, yeah, you need to help us.
We were playing dumb. It was easy.
Well, it was easy. I believe it was easy. But now we're ready for developments, like small developments, and then we'll be ready for the big ones. I mean, we have the software, everything to handle them. It's
We
just
need
a
the
matter.
staff.
We need the staff.
We need people.
So if you know anybody, please. I am going to do another video today looking for somebody else. And I'm going to say you must stick around to the end to find out the secret of the listing. I don't know why
The
people,
listing?
it's like so loud here right now.
He's selling camarones.
He's selling shrimp at our door. How freaking awesome is that?
Well, last night it was cute because the girls were here and Zach and Chuita came to pick them up and they're all ready to go. And then Don Chonito, Taylor's like, Daddy, donuts. So he got them some donuts to have for today and they were thrilled. And then my little Amelia, she just waves, blah, 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 blah. I love you, Amelia. Blah, 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 blah.
She's a sweetheart. She really is. And she loves her Nana.
Oh my goodness. That kid has my
I think
heart.
all your granddaughters love you.
That's because I'm awesome.
You are awesome.
Oh, last night. So we were in the pool with the two older girls. We didn't have Amelia with us. We will on Friday, though. So if anybody wants to come help, we're going to have all three girls. I guess that's tomorrow already. We had a light bulb. Anybody that's been to our house knows that when you go up our stairs, there's this dangling light on a wire that our wonderful workers did. And we couldn't figure out how the hell to get up there to change it. So Mr. here goes up on the roof, leans over, uses a pole to pull the light to him so he could at least change the light bulb. I'm like, don't die.
It truly was terrifying. Now, understand I was most of my weight, like the vast majority of my weight is under here down. So, I mean, I didn't even go this far
He
over.
didn't have to lean over far. It just looked terrifying.
It was terrifying. Like, because you're thinking, if I was to fall from the third floor onto concrete,
on your head,
not going to end well.
No.
But change the light, and it works perfect now.
It's nice and bright, and it's not what I want up there, but I don't even know how someone would go up there and do it properly.
What
change that whole fixture, to put actual
the fixture
up there.
You're definitely going to need a lot more stability and structure to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you'd almost need to set up like scaffolding or something on the stairs. I'm not scared of heights, but I don't think I like the idea of falling.
So I think I need to do a video on divorce. Now, understand it's not happening between us.
I was going to say, what are you trying to tell me?
I'm telling you first before I tell her.
He was gone for a whole hour this morning. You never know what could have happened in that time.
That's true. But no. In Mexico, it's fascinating to me. You've got all these people that have been divorced for years. And the spouse thinks that they own the property in Mexico.
And these are foreigners we're talking about,
not
foreigners.
Mexicans. Foreigners. Yeah. So maybe they got divorced 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Doesn't matter. They've got that paperwork stating that this property is theirs. Well, guess what? If it was bought in both of your names, you both need to sign off when you sell.
Here in Mexico. It doesn't matter what your foreign divorce decree says. Decree says.
Oh, you get a degree in divorce.
It has to be signed off here in Mexico. It's and sometimes it's tough because.
Well, we had it where one spouse charged $5,000.
One spouse charged
just to sign a piece of paper.
Yeah,
$5,000.
He was very difficult. Obviously, their divorce did not end amicably.
No.
So, anyways, do divorces ever? I think people lie when they say it was a friendly divorce.
It's true. That's very true.
Because otherwise, why would you get divorced? Stay married, especially if you got kids.
Now,
that's just me. Hi, Larry.
Here is the suggestion. If you are to get a divorce in Canada, at that moment, you need to get a power of attorney. So that way you can sign on their behalf, and you urgently need to transfer the property into your name, not in years, because if that person dies, it's over. I mean,
then
that power
his
of
heirs
attorney
step in, and if it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and if, like, let's say it's a second marriage and they've got heirs,
they have
that
kids outside.
automatically
Yeah,
becomes theirs. Even though it is yours in Canada, in Mexico,
yeah.
they don't recognize
And so
Canadian
it's a lot of
paperwork.
work. It's a lot of work to get it done.
So
Good morning, Leslie.
if there is a divorce, please call us. We will help immediately because you need help now. And not just for the divorce. If we can't save the marriage, we'll at least save the property.
Save the property. That's right. So yesterday we started setting up our new little bodega.
That's true.
New huge bodega, actually. It's massive. Even with all the stuff that's in there, there's still a lot of room.
I think we probably have 4 or 5 times the space in our big one. Our big bodega.
Oh, yeah. And so then the next job, and I don't think that's a job for today because I'm not feeling up to it. So we're going to do some lighter stuff, I think, today. But the next job is going to be to go through our big bodega, sort out everything that should be outdoor equipment and put it in the outside bodega, and then get this one set up, get rid of the crap that I've been keeping to give to someone eventually, get it out, and then just get ourselves organized for, well, life, I guess.
One of the beauties of Mexico is there is no such thing as garbage. So you have old hose, broken brooms, whatever, throw them out on the street. Somebody will take them. And I don't just mean the garbage man.
No, but we're talking things that can be reused. And so that's what we've been doing as we're going through. There are going to be things that obviously, I think there is a lady from the church that does a regular bazaar for a women's shelter. So I'll probably be giving her a bunch of stuff. We're going to give her a bunch of John's clothes, a bunch of my clothes, well, a little bit of my clothes, no, a bunch of my clothes, some small household appliances that we just don't need anymore, our kids don't need, and go from there. So I think that's what our next big project is going to be.
Well, yesterday I put out some hoses, gas hoses, an old air conditioning
unit. Did that
unit.
get taken?
Oh, it all got taken. So the guy, a couple minutes later, knock, knock, knock.
Good morning, Sherry.
Knock, knock, knock. And I open the door. I'm like, hello? And he's like, is that stuff for free? I'm like, yep, take it. It's all yours. Thank you, he says. Like, he thanked me for taking my garbage.
Yeah. So we've done a few things like that, and we used to do it a lot more at our old house, like the old place.
Yeah, by the water.
By the water, yeah.
It was funny because we'd have like 6 or 7 families standing there, and as we put stuff out, one family would come in.
Especially when we were moving and we were, going through a bunch of our kids' old stuff because the kids had left. And
why do we collect garbage?
Because
why do you collect garbage?
Really? Because you've got none.
No, but your garbage is all in sight. Mine is hidden. My garbage is in boxes and stuff. Your garbage is everywhere.
It's decoration. It's not garbage.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's decoration garbage. It's like
garbage.
Bailey, it's beautiful garbage.
It's not garbage. Better watch it.
She's going to hurt me.
Or I'm going shopping.
Yes. So I do need to do the market report because now we don't have grandkids.
You were supposed to do that yesterday while we were out.
Housekeeper was here, and then you brought the children.
Oh, and she's very noisy, our housekeeper.
Yeah, and she's just always making noise.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, so okay, you have to do that. And we had a very fun conversation with a set of cousins of mine. When they were here a few months ago, we were talking about going to Italy, and they're like, would you mind if we joined you? And we're like, absolutely, that would be awesome.
Absolutely, we'll mind.
We love to spend time with them. So anyways, we had a conversation yesterday. Be careful, John, that's from Sherry.
Thank you.
We had a conversation with them yesterday. We talked for about an hour about Italy, and they're going to come and spend a few weeks with us, a couple weeks probably in Italy. And so now it's time to plan. So we kind of have an outline. And what I've decided to do is plan those days because they're there for such a small time. I'm going to really plan those days and make sure that we get a lot of stuff done and then we can carry on with the rest of our vacation. So I think that'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to do some things with them. And we were talking about one thing was doing a cooking class, and Dan's like, I don't want to have to make the food or pick the grapes. I just want to drink the wine and eat the food. And Shelly's like, but I'd like to do that. And I said, well, we can send the boys off on a scooter tour and we can go do the cooking class. So
it's a Vespa tour. I remember the name
tour.
now today. It was
a Vespa. So anyway, so it's those kinds of things that now I'll have somebody to do things that I really want to do that maybe John doesn't want to do. And then John will have someone to do, like, I don't intend to go on a scooter in Italy, but he would like to. So then he can go with Dan and do that. So I think it'll be fun for that time. So I think we'll get there about a week early. This is kind of my plan. Get to Italy a week early, do a couple of things. We're going to meet them in Venice, and then we're going to go down to Rome and Tuscany and the Amalfi Coast, not the other coast.
I like that, though. Meet me in Venice. Like, that just sounds like the name of a movie or a book or something.
Okay, so I'll
meet me in Venice.
I'll title that for our itinerary.
Yep.
Meet
so
me in Venice.
I asked Christy, I said, so when are we going to the hot mom spot? She's like, hot mom? The hot mom spot. I'm like, the Milf-y Coast. And she did not laugh. She just did that.
That's very vulgar.
I know, but it sounds funny. It's like it's a term that everybody uses now. And as I say it out loud and I think of what those words represent, okay, yeah, maybe a little vulgar. I'm sorry.
Okay, I forgive you.
She forgives me.
Oh, you're such a weirdo.
I am. Thank you.
Anyways, so on that note, I don't even know what to say now. You made my eyes water.
Sorry. But we do hear the Amalfi Coast is beautiful. And people are kind of like, well, you live at the water. Like, we talk about Italy every day now. We really shouldn't.
Why?
We live in Mexico. We own a company called Mexico Life, not Italy Life or Cuba Life.
No.
Grr, I should have bought CubaLife.com.
No, why?
Because Cuba will be free someday, and that website will be awesome.
We will catch up. Because you are going to...
I think you're going to Spain or Portugal or somewhere. Yeah. Oh, also, I saw that Tony and Cheryl.
Yeah, they're on their big cruise.
But they couldn't get off in Portugal because the winds were 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, there's been some rough weather. I've heard that from a few people up in Europe, in that area. There are we'll catch up with you in late May after we return. The time zone will be an issue. Yeah, Portugal. Yeah, I know. And that's, I've said that before too. That's a little bit of my concern having a business here. But then I remember we have a great team. So I'm not worried.
We really do have a fantastic team.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I can't imagine living anywhere but Mexico. We love it here. We love the people, but there's a big world to see. And I'm really excited to be able to start doing some, I love traveling in Mexico, but there's a big world to see. I want to travel more in Mexico. So, or more in the world, I mean, and more in Mexico.
I know what you meant. But
this year, it's mostly Italy that will be. I think we'll go to Mexico City
end of June,
and maybe
one more time with the girls to Mexico City, because I don't think it'll be a good idea to bring them to the
trade show.
Because looking at who's going to be at that trade show, there's going to be a lot of things to consider and opportunities.
Okay, so maybe we do another quick trip with them. And then I'd also like to go visit Glenn and Tanya in Guanajuato.
We really need to sell our business, honey.
No.
Because it's just interfering with our life.
I know, right? Hi, George. How are you?
Hello.
I'm still willing to take you out for a margarita to pick your brain a little bit more about Italy.
Did you say hi to Pat?
I did not.
Hi, Pat.
Good morning, Pat.
So I think we are pretty much spent as far as what we're going to chat about here today.
Wow.
Well, you love coffee. She loves coffee. She loves tequila. She loves red wine. That's it. That's her in a nutshell. You have her down pat.
Wow.
Me, I'm complicated. I like cilantro. I like mushrooms. I like tomatoes. I like seafood.
I am getting better with tomatoes. I'm eating them a lot more. And
because your girls eat them too.
yeah.
And
they
you've ruined
love
our children because our kids don't like a lot of stuff because you don't like it.
That's not true. They eat most stuff. Mushrooms is normal not to like. Mushrooms are nasty. Loves pickles. Thanks, Jolene. You know me well too.
Mushrooms are the great recyclers. You think you recycle. Mushrooms recycle.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think we're done, hon.
I think so because I need to sniffle.
She's got sniffles. All right, guys. Have a fantastic Thursday.
We need to start drinking Aperol Spritz, more Italian style. Hi, man. I even have Aperol. All right. Take care.